Hi guys, welcome back to the Scrap Zone. I'm Julie and welcome back to my 52 weeks project. We are working on week number 3 for the month of September and week 37 for this project. Now let's take a peek at my previous week right here, which is week 36. Now I knew that I wanted to match this page because it's like a double page spread, so I brought in a piece of almond cardstock for the base, and then I'm repeating this green piece right here. Now I decided it would be a lot of fun to print directly on the base page. Now I know that it's a little scary, but when you're working with a smaller format like this here, trying these little things are actually a lot of fun. I'm going to add all of my pieces here, and I'm going to do a dry assembly just to make sure that I did give myself enough space for my journaling box on my 6x8 box. I'm going to bring in this nice wish. I'm not sure if I still like it or not because it still has to dry. I find that stickles is kind of funny like that. It kind of looks funny at the beginning, and then hopefully it's going to dry really nicely. So let's get back to printing directly on your base page. Before I do that, you know me, I've said this before, I have a love-hate relationship with our white core cardstock, and for this application, I love that it's white core because I was able to sand it off, and when I print in this area, it's going to show up even more. So let's put that on my printer paper right here. Make sure when you print it the second time, you remove the 6x8 frame. Otherwise, it's going to print on your finish page right here. And I'm going to tack this down with washi tape. And I'm just going to run this back into my printer. And you're going to see that it turned out really, really cool. So let's just gently remove the washi tape, and you've got your journaling directly printed on your 6x8 page. Now again, because it's a smaller format, I kind of like to try different things, and I'm really happy that I tried this one because at the end it looks pretty neat. So we're going to add our pattern paper here, and as you can see, there's not a lot. There's this one little piece here, I think it's an inch. And I'm going to pop that right at the edge of the page. And then I'm going to just finish it off with a little bit of ink because I didn't want to see the white core. So you see what I mean with the white core. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. But at least I have options, right? So I'm going to add my photo right here. And I was able to print that on a 4x6. And I've got 3 2x2s all in a row, and I just have to add my last one right here. So I like the way that this turned out. I've got my photos all in a row. I've got my journaling right on the page, and I'm going to add my title right here. Now these are little acrylic shapes, and I found that using micro dots actually works pretty well for this application, and I'm just kind of trying to sneak them in back of like the chunkier bits. So I'm going to put that down, and I'm going to add my little A, and then my wish is going to go right here at the bottom. Still going to let that dry. Still not sure about it. So I went back into my stash, and I don't know if you remember, but last week I did a few of those little sunflowers, and I thought, why not? You know, let's add another sunflower to this layout. And I was kind of taking my cues from the sketch that I created, and there was a few little circles representing either stickers or embellishments. So I thought, okay, let's add another sunflower, especially that it's going to go with that left side. And I'll show you that in a minute. I'm going to fussy cut this little flower out, and you know me and fussy cutting, not my favorite thing, but sometimes you just have to do it. And I also know that when you cut, if you rotate your paper as opposed to your scissors, it makes that task a little bit easier. As you can see here, we were celebrating a birthday. This was my youngest 17th birthday, and she told me, you know, Mom, 17, it's kind of blah. It's right in the middle of Sweet 16 and 18, so there's not much going on. And I said, are you kidding me? It's a birthday, and it's your birthday, so let's celebrate it. So we had a nice birthday supper with the family, and I think at the end she was really happy. I know she liked the cake, that's for sure. So let's get back to the layout, and here I'm going to bring in those really pretty wood-shaped flowers, and I'm going to bring in that left page. Remember I talked about that? And originally my first instinct was to put that sunflower right at the top. And then when I brought this second page in, it was like, nah, that doesn't have a nice flow. So I'm going to bring this down. I'm going to adjust everything. And I was trying to figure out if I was going to add a little flower here. And then again, because I brought my page back, I saw that I had these little gold gems. So I thought, okay, I'll add that in case. So don't forget to look at the flow between your pages, especially when they are in the center of your book, and then readjust your embellishment to make sure that everything flows really nicely. So I really like the way this looks now. So I brought the sunflower down. I'm going to add my 37 week right here at the top. And we're almost done this layout. I'm going to adjust my little tiles here to make sure everything is nice and straight. That's why I like to use liquid glue. And now I have to wait for my word wish to dry. So it was a good opportunity to take a bit of a break. And if you look at it now, it looks really good. So at the beginning I wasn't sure because it kind of looked a little lumpy bumpy, but if you let it dry completely, it looks really good. So I added a little bit of espresso ink and the stickles, of course, and I'm quite happy that I was patient enough to let it dry, and I'm really liking how this page turned out. I'm going to give you a chance to catch up on this project because the creative design team and I are going to be hosting our exclusive 31 days of Christmas cards starting the 1st of October. I will link all of that information down in the description box below. As always, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Don't forget to take pictures, and I will catch you in the next video. Have yourself a fantastic day.